We back up in this thing, ready to get some on that wax.
Another session with the bros talk, where the beer's ice cold. Bros talk. Another session with the bros talk. Come and tell us what you know. Bros talk. Yeah.
We know these people.
Bro, just run it back.
Run what back?
Just restart it.
Yo, what up world, what up peoples and tweeples? It's your boy T, Broski. Got my main man King Dano in the building
This
with me.
is what I
And
imagine.
this is
Lando
Bros Talk.
doing. Oh,
Hey man, got a guest with us?
he did straight to it. Huh? Can't let him go ahead. Go ahead.
What's going on, y'all? Corey, appreciate y'all having.
Well, appreciate you coming on, man. How y'all players doing today, man? Grand day, hot day, another 100 day. What was 100? Wasn't it 100 today?
Probably. I mean, it definitely felt like it.
I got in the car, it said 100 on my thing. On the.
You can't believe that.
You definitely can, but you definitely can't. You know what I mean? It's definitely a good judgment of temperature in the world. But who you gonna trust, that or the weatherman?
Trust myself
Okay.
to make the wrong decision either way. So
You
just
ever
go
been
outside
caught-
and it's fucking hot. It really doesn't make a difference to me if it's like, damn, it's like 102. Yesterday was 101.
Nah, it's
I
nah.
can feel the difference.
Nah. We definitely stay where a good 90. A good 90 with
Bro,
that oven heat blowing in your face. That's crazy. That's crazy.
listen, we
bro.
got a cold front coming through. It's going to get down to 96.
It's like, Jesus Christ. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you know, people are outside like,
Thank God. When I was in Germany, they had a heat wave. It was 86 degrees. 86, bro.
people losing their mind.
People were dying. People were dropping dead because of the temperature. It was too much for them to handle. Now, granted, majority of places over there, they don't have ACs.
Right?
You know what I mean? It's like, because they don't get that hot. So 86 to them is like, holy smokes. Like, and I don't have an AC, so now I'm just smoldering, sweating.
Goddamn climate change.
Yeah, man. Thanks to that. But we'll jump right in. Bron and his son. Well, first of all, the draft. Did I like the draft? Anybody y'all want to see go somewhere other than Bronny? I mean, I definitely want to see him go to the Lakers. It would it have been cool if he would win somewhere else too? I think yeah, but
That matchup would have been highly anticipated.
for him to,
Them two going against each other. But, yeah, their first game together is going to be,
it's crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's like
That's amazing to me. Like, a lot of people are hating on it because it comes, a lot of people feel like it comes across as nepotism.
which
and
he has the right to.
I'm not saying it's not. But that's cool as fuck to be like, yo, I'm about to play an NBA game with my kid. Like,
Yeah. I mean, so for me, I look at like nepotism. Even if it's nepotism, I can't really say nepotism. I could say that your dad has the ability to make phone calls, to make certain things might line up to where you'll be able to get certain things, i.e. getting on this team.
Yeah.
But Bronny still went out there and played. He played in high school. He played before then. I mean, granted, his dad is an NBA player and has the money and the means to fund him to ensure that he's going to have the proper people around him to teach him how to do certain things. But he still went out there and put the work in. He
Right.
still played at USC. He still did all these things to get drafted. And then he's not even drafted like he was 55th pick, some shit like that, second round. It's not even a high pick. Like I don't even know what his money's gonna look like. Like, is he
Right.
gonna have crazy money from it? I doubt it. You know what I mean? But your dad,
I'm sure we get some sponsorships pretty quick.
hell yeah. I mean,
I think he'll be all right.
Of course. I just think it's a.
He already has sponsorships
I think it's a cool thing to have. Just period.
through
Like,
streaming.
to just
Yeah.
do as a father. Like, bro, I made it to the greatest that I could be at, level wise, in my sport. I made it to the highest. I'm here. I'm at the professional level, and I get to play on a team with my son at the highest level. He made it here. That's amazing. Like, that's just a dope ass thing for a family. You know what I mean? I don't see why people would hate on it. Other than LeBron, like, you know, he had to have some type of say so in the call making, so to speak. Like, they didn't just not tell him, like, hey man. I'm pretty sure it's like, hey, yeah, we should. I definitely think my son will be good over here. Or, you know,
I don't think it had nothing to do with that, but I'll let people with their own minds run. But yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with it.
what?
He bluntly came out and said he has nothing to do with it. The agent came out and said, we have nothing to do with this. Like, they're two separate clients, two separate everything. I don't think he went into the Lakers front office and said, hey, draft my son. I don't think he went in there and said, with no ultimatums or nothing. I think the Lakers made their own decision in drafting Bronny James Jr.
Oh, well, I mean, I definitely don't think it was an ultimatum. Is it a conversation that possibly could have happened? Yeah. I don't think he's in that world where...
Sign him or I leave.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it was nothing like that. I don't know. If people believe that, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, but...
So where's the nepotism part come in at? What that people say?
Because he got his son drafted on the team that he played.
He got his son drafted, so that mean he walked in there and told him.
That's what I would assume people are saying. I don't think it's that.
No.
I don't think it's that way. But I think that either way, it's dope for him to have as a son, as a father, to be able to play on the same team is still dope. Regardless if
it's the dream.
Yeah, if LeBron did have strings in that or have some pull in it, so what? Like, that's the part for me. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
What's the issue? Like, what's the issue with him saying, hey, draft my son? Even if he said, draft my son, or I'm not playing. I'm going to retire this year. If y'all don't draft him, I'm retired. What's the issue with that?
Right.
Like, that's literally a demand for a
A
contract.
lot of superstars pull their weight.
Bro, yeah, you can demand stuff. Like, they have
Throw their weight, not pull it.
Negotiations. I can negotiate if I want to. And if it's time to negotiate and I say, hey man, I want a fucking limo to pick me up every day from my house and drop me off at the court every day. If the team wants me and they're willing to do that, then they'll do it. It's part of negotiation. I don't get paid the same you get paid. You get paid a little differently than I get paid. Your sponsorship may be a little bit different. Your deal may be cut a little different. Your checks may be a little bit different. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't know why they people make it a big deal. Like, is it because it's
If
LeBron?
that's the team's decision. That's the team's decision.
Yes,
Like
it's
whether
because of LeBron.
whether LeBron had a hand in it or not, I think it's pretty reasonable to think that he said something about it. Like how extreme he went. I doubt he was doing anything extreme about it, but I wouldn't doubt if he said anything. And I don't, like you said, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But either way, at the end of the day, the LA Lakers themselves made that decision free of any like coercion or anything. Like they weren't being forced to do it or anything like that. They made that decision freely. But the optics of it, I think they're not going to explore into it. Like completely unrelated, but I saw this article earlier and it's talking about a trans athlete who is about to go to the Olympics or whatever, just won their first race or whatever. And you come to find out, like, it's a woman who was born a woman who just identifies as non-binary. But it's, in my opinion, like, it was them using, like, the headline to kind of, like...
Stir the pot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that is definitely not the same topic. But,
it's just the
headline thing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you could throw it out there and say LeBron had something to do with it. You could throw it out there and create a narrative about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? That don't necessarily have to be true. They don't even have to be remotely true. And we as people, we can believe. We don't have to believe. But the truth is, if he come out and say, I didn't do it, if other people come out and say he didn't do nothing, I don't have, like, this is just, it just happened that way, bro. Like, yeah, granted, I may have known. Yeah, I got enough people around me that's going to tell me certain things. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, your son's projected to go to this pick. He might go here. This is like analysis. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's smart enough. He knows people. There's people that watch and just going to tell him, hey, bro. So, yeah, he might know, like, oh, man, it might be, hey, you might be over here with me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if he come out and say he didn't do it, the agent or whoever come out and say, the Lakers, whoever, then Rock, I guess you have to believe that until you, that's the truth, right? I mean, these are the people that actually was involved in it. So, but overall, you think he's gonna have a good career? Because a lot of people talk shit about his talent. One of the things I seen was there was another guy that had better numbers than him that didn't get drafted. I forget the kid's name, but he didn't get drafted, and Bronny did. And they was like, oh, well, that's fucked up. That's because his dad and blah, blah, blah. But it's like,
that happens every draft. In
Yeah.
every draft, there's a guy who averages 30 points, and there's a guy who averages 3 or 4, and the guy who averages 3 or 4 games translates better to the league.
yeah. I mean, but again, you don't.
So we can't go off college stats at all. That's a horrible argument point for whoever said it. You can't go off college stats. It's a whole different game.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, for me, it's like they do have outside of sports interactions. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes your attitude may cause somebody to say, you know what, I don't even want to deal with this cat. He ain't even made it yet, and he acted like this. Like,
Fuck this guy.
yeah. So, like, maybe his attitude, maybe Bronny knows how to conduct himself around certain individuals based off of, my dad did this already. So he tells me, hey, son, you got to do this, stay humble, whatever. Like, this how it's got to be. Maybe this other kid didn't have that training. He wasn't media trained. Or maybe he in there just saying stuff, doing whatever he feel, thinking whatever he thinking. It's not translating or rolling over to these big wigs that's watching him. It's like, yeah, I don't like this. Or maybe you just had an off day in pro day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you had an off day and your numbers may reflect that you're good, but it's like,
We didn't see it.
yeah, like maybe those numbers are just, who did you play this whole time? Maybe you've been playing scrubs this whole time, and now you're up against some real talent because the best of the best is doing this, and now it's like you're just mediocre. Who knows? I personally don't think Bronny. I think talent-wise, I don't think he's opened up as much as he potentially can. He definitely can shoot. I think he has good IQ on the court. I think his defense is probably better than his offense, so to speak. Well, at USC, when he did play, he never had like one of them crazy 29 and 13 games or no crazy nothing like that. So like a lot of people expect, I think because of who his dad is, they expect that type of talent out of him.
Yeah.
And it's like,
So
no.
they're,
How
so
come
they're
he's not doing
judging.
the same exact thing?
Well, they're judging him solely on his dad. People who's not watching the sport or paying
Yeah.
attention to it, they're just using it as a talking point out of a hate for his
LeBron.
dad.
Yeah.
But when you look at just Bronny, I want to go to Bronny as his own individual self. Like, if anybody else who was a highly recruited high school prospect coming out, has a cardiac arrest, almost dies, recovers quickly, and goes out and compete on minute restrictions, and still gets drafted, they would be celebrated.
Yeah.
If his name was anything other than what it is, that kid would be celebrated.
Yeah.
Right.
But from the hate that people have from LeBron, they throw things like nepotism or the opportunities that he had. It still boiled down to that individual. You don't think all these other NBA stars have kids with the same exact opportunities? Yes. Some of them tried to work, but this kid worked his ass off to get where he needs to be, and people are hating on him just because of his dad.
Yeah. See, I'll be honest. As far as like Bronny goes, I don't really know much of anything about.
Oh,
his-
that's 90%. Nobody's
real
watching
life,
his games.
which is why I really don't have much of an opinion. Other than like, I think it's pretty cool that a father and son get to do their thing together.
Yeah.
But it don't bother me either way. Like, I'm not a Lakers fan, so I'm not impacted. I'm just hoping my Spurs can get their shit together.
Wait till his other son come and play.
Yeah, I saw some highlight footage of him the other day.
And then they both on the same team.
Damn. It's all three of them.
No, LeBron gonna come out of retirement
Yeah.
for 1 year just to play
Just
with
to
them
play
boys.
with
Nah, that
On a
Sanford and
team-
Sons.
on a team that he's gonna own, and it'd be an expansion team. LeBron will own it. Have his sons on there come out. Yeah, I see the script playing out.
that'd be crazy.
That'd make the haters go nuts.
That'd be crazy. That would be insane. But man, shouts out to Bron. You know what I'm saying? Generational wealth over there. He's a good father too. You know what I mean? He's in his kid's life.
Yeah.
He's been in their kid's life. Like, how do you hate on him? And he's dope in basketball. What are you hating for?
Yeah, like people say he sucks. Once you say he sucks, I can no longer trust your basketball critique or your
No,
basketball input. If you come out and say, "Man, LeBron sucks,"
Just tell me where he sucks at. That's
no,
all.
I don't
tell me
even want
where.
to know
I want to. Well,
because
okay.
that leads with a dislike for a person
Cool. And
who
that's
just plays sports, and it's okay. Like I can't stand Tom Brady, Raiders fan, till I die. Can't stand Tom Brady for the fumble.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like because
But I would never say that he's trash. Like when I might be like, "Oh man, he's trash," but if they say, "Hey, no, he's great. He's a great player. He can throw the football. He does this well, does this well."
Yeah.
But people would say, "Man, LeBron sucks. He's garbage at basketball." Like
That's
nah.
crazy. That's crazy to
So I usually just shut those guys out.
I like to get it in. Hey,
I don't want to hear what you
why?
think about it. Yeah.
What's trash about
Those
it?
are usually the Michael Jordan fans, though. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. I love Michael Jordan.
Yes.
But some of them are just like anything about LeBron James is met with like just hate. And it's like, why do
Yeah.
I can't, like you said earlier, like I can't like both. Like,
You absolutely can.
what the fuck's wrong with
You
that?
absolutely
Why do I
can.
gotta? You know, I think Jordan is better than LeBron, but I think LeBron is the greatest player since Jordan, and he's been that for like what 20 years almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Bruh.
So like people don't respect that. Like, don't get me wrong, I talk shit. The only thing I talk shit about LeBron
Flopping.
is the flopping thing. It's the only thing I talk shit about. Outside of that, like I don't have anything.
Yep, and that right there, I would. People who say that, oh, he's just a flopper.
Well, he's not just a
It's
flopper. I think that's basketball.
It's been part of guess they was doing in the 80s, flopping.
I think it's basketball. Back in the 80s,
It's,
boys would
it's
clean your
also
clock.
the
In the tough
Excuse me.
80s where they say, oh, this, you can go back to film and watch players flopping.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It's-
selling the thing.
It's more
Exactly.
of the okay, like first time that I really saw it was when he was playing San Antonio in the finals, and long story short, he didn't get a foul call that he thought, and he sat there for like probably like 3, 4, or 5 seconds, arguing with the ref while his whole team is running down the court.
Superstars do that.
Another time he's sitting there on the ground just like,
Matter of fact, I see all players do that.
and
I
anyone
seen
who does,
Jason
I don't
Tatum.
like it.
Yeah, like I not
You
even just superstars.
just seen him do that.
Yep,
I
not
just
even
don't
just
like-
superstars. Yep, all of them.
And that goes to everyone. You know, anyone who does, like, to me, that automatically, for me, like, I lose respect for that person in that aspect. Like, I'm not like, oh, fuck that person completely, but I'm still,
Well, I'll say this. Sometimes you got to argue
get
your
your
point.
ass up and go play. Like,
Yeah,
what
but
you
sometimes
doing?
I got to get my. We watch from the TV. We're not on the court. Tim Donahue is an exact example. Allen Iverson will tell you they fucked with him.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fact. So like sometimes
Well,
you
it was
realize
revenge. It was
revenge,
like
whatever you
It's
want to call it.
still-
They're still fucking
but
with
still,
you.
yeah.
Like
The
they
guy
have the
who-
ability to fuck with you. So
Right.
if I go up and I look at the ref and he just ball, like come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like you ain't just see that. Like I know.
You heard it.
Charles, you ain't see that. You better be. Yeah, okay, man. I got it. But now I know okay, I got to play differently. I got to do. Maybe I have to pull up. I can't drive because they ain't gonna get my. Or I got to go hard. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't knock somebody for that. I don't knock nobody for flopping either. I feel like flopping is the same thing in soccer. Like, I watched a dude in soccer. The dude jumped up and headed it, tried to hit the ball with his head or whatever. The other guy, he jumped up and did the same thing. Their heads did not touch.
Yeah.
No part of their bodies except for like his hands on his arm or something like that. Nothing else touched. The dude falls to the ground, grabs his head, falls on, and he's just like rolling around all on the ground.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
They don't get no.
I don't like him.
They don't get no call. He looks around, gets up, and starts running.
Yeah.
Like literally, nothing happened. So I think that's just like
or
a
you
part
have
of
the
the
guy
game.
who like grabs his arm and like bites him and shit like that. And, oh, he's biting me, and he's like, bro, like, I just don't like that shit.
It's just
like,
a part of the game. It sucks,
It doesn't have to be.
but it happens, man.
It is. It's
It
there.
happens.
I mean, you
can't
we can go
accept
back.
it, 'cause then
We
it
can
just
go right
keeps
back to
going
LeBron.
on.
Like, just because I'm 6'8", 270, doesn't mean that you should let somebody guard me get away with. Shaq went through it. Like, they used to beat Shaq up down there, and he wasn't getting the foul calls. So, like, sometimes you got to get up and say, hey, man, like,
Y'all gotta call something, bro.
yeah, if I bump into him, and I'm 6'8", 270, he's 6'1", 210. But every time I bump into him, he falls down, and you're calling a foul. That's just a light bump. And he comes as the same exact
Charging into
bump
me.
I did to him. The same exact bump. And you don't call nothing?
In
Why?
fact, it gotta be harder.
Is it because the size different, though?
Charging. Yeah.
So that's how I look. That's all they're complaining is the rules are the rules. Like, why is my strike zone different? Because I'm 6'7". You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All leagues have that. It's a complaint to the refs because you're not calling the game fair. It shouldn't be no. We can go back to soccer. When I was coaching soccer, our kids were bigger, stronger, faster. That don't mean that they should be allowed to be beat up on the soccer field because they're bigger, stronger, faster. You call the game if you determine that this type of contact is a foul, then that type of contact is a foul both ways.
Regardless. Yeah.
It shouldn't be, well, it's a foul for this team because they're bigger, stronger, faster, and this little team does it to them. It's really not going to affect them that much, so we're not going to call it. No, it don't work like that.
Right.
We're both playing by the same set of rules.
Supposed to.
Supposed to. Yeah.
So if now I got to prove to you that, man, he's really fouling me. Now I got to act like this 6'1" guy when he hits me. It does
blows,
more.
Yeah, blows my.
Because if not, even though I'm missing my shot, the ref's not calling it, I got to say, look, this right here is still affecting me. I know I'm 6'8", whatever, but it's still affecting me. So now I got to sell a little bit. You hit me, now I'm going to swing my arm out this way. You see what I mean? So that's how they try to show the ref, like, call the game fair.
Yeah, I mean, but hey,
Kobe didn't do that.
I can find you videos of Kobe Bryant flopping.
I believe it.
Yeah, and I can show you some videos.
And you
of
know
him
what?
talking to ref too.
And we can go. We just remove the word flopping because flopping is just a negative. They try to put a negative spin on it. But I could show you a video of Kobe Bryant selling a foul. I can show you a video of LeBron James selling a foul. I can show you videos of every NBA player that ever played trying to sell a foul.
Yeah.
And flopping is
the
what?
No contact ones that just bother the hell out of me.
Oh, well, shit.
Selling it, man.
And like I said earlier, like it's
And yes, and I do see players
the waiting at
who-
the end of the court, just like it's like, yo, stop whining and go play. Like
I ain't got time.
it's the
bro.
finals.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
can't be
you're
sitting
right.
here like doing that shit.
We're down 0-3. You think I gotta complain about
I'm
something?
sure he was upset.
I gotta complain
But
about something.
I just
Yeah, but
I don't-
we just watched Jason Tatum do that in the crucial part of the game in the NBA Finals that just passed.
Yeah, I mean that's why I say I think
it's
that's
just
an
part of it.
all player thing. But people hate LeBron James, so
Yes.
he's gonna forever get scrutinized at a different level. His son's gonna get scrutinized at a different level,
Yeah.
and that's just what that is. That's how it's gonna be. But speaking of scrutiny, scrutinization, scrutiny.
Scrutinization. Scrutinization.
What y'all think about the debate, man? The presidential debate. It was
sad.
at least 160 years of age on that stage.
That's nuts.
It's crazy, right? 100 years, 160 years.
Was there
of,
3 people? No, it was just 2.
That's
just
crazy.
2 people, and not one really, really fucking old one. Both of them old.
Biden seemed alive and alert.
When? He seemed alive.
His eyes was buck open at certain times, like wide open.
So
I
was his
said-
mouth the
Yeah.
entire time.
Because Venus flytrap, they taught him how to do that. They taught him about that. There's on the Oval Office, they got a whole section in the library book for it. If you look on the picture, whatever. Y'all gotta find it.
I felt bad for Biden, like legitimately. Like I just feel like at that point in, let's say I'm his age, and that's where I'm at in life. Like I don't want to be fucking president. Like, get me the fuck out of here. I want to do something else. Like, this dude is literally sundowning. Y'all know that, like, in the morning, cool, everything's good. That's why he does most of his press conferences and shit in the morning. But as the sun goes down or you get close to evening, you start to lose the sharpness of your cognitive ability. Apparently, I got it too. And I'm not running for president though. And so I don't know. I feel bad for him. Like, it was, I thought it was embarrassing for him because especially at the beginning, he got better. I thought as the debate went on. I thought he got less pauses and things like that. But that first one, I think it was like 15 minutes in, something like that, where he was talking about COVID, we beat Medicaid. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? First of all, it took you 8 seconds to say that. And that's not at all what you were talking about in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it just, like I said, I felt bad for him. And then on the other side, you got Trump. So that was, I was surprised. I thought he was more
Laid back
than
he usually is.
Yeah, I thought he did really well compared to how he could have done. But he's still. I mean, both of them lied back and forth. As you know, as most debates go.
Yeah. I thought Biden was alive and alert. I definitely think Trump took like a more of a, instead of coming in there bashing, like how he normally could just come in there and just talk shit.
Yeah.
Like, just, this guy's old, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and he'd say whatever he wants. I think he took a light way.
I'm
He
just
didn't
gonna let
come.
America see. I'm just gonna let him talk.
I don't even think it was that. I think it was just, I don't know if it's the cases that he got or whatever. I don't really feel like he was in there to try to bash him. I think he was in there literally just to answer these questions. Did he sell it to America? I think Biden hurts himself more than anything.
That was a big time hit to Biden, like as far as like chances for presidency.
Yeah.
Like that was rough. Like, I don't know if they're gonna do the second debate anymore because it was that bad.
That's why I say he was just alive and alert.
Did y'all watch anything after, where like I was flipping between CNN and MSNBC because they were just like, for real, like, they were freaking the fuck out. They're like, all right guys, like, are we gonna replace him? Like,
Yeah.
who are we going to... Replacing him is a nightmare because, one, he has to say, I don't want to do this. They can't make him. Two, he's already got all the delegates. It's all done. His name is already on tons of state ballots and shit like that. The money that they have for the campaign can only go to Biden and Harris. It cannot be given to anyone else.
Yeah.
So, and all of those people that are potentials, like Whitmore and Shapiro and some other guy, Gavin Newsom, they all poll worse than Biden does against Trump. So it's like it's not any better. So I don't know. But
we can say this. Like I said, I think Biden hurts it. The more he does anything, I think he hurts himself. Just like I think he's just an old man, personally. I think all old people, when they wake up, and that motherfucker said like a joke, like old people be happy to wake up. Like shit, another day. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're excited, and then as the day digresses or progresses, whatever, their energy gets low.
Start feeling like shit. My back hurts.
Yeah, man, I'm chilling, like, and I ain't really got to do much to do. So, hey, man, y'all going out? I'm eating dinner at 5:30. Taking a shower at 6, brother. I am
Taking
in the
a bath.
yeah, or a seated shower.
There you
Come
go.
in there 7 o'clock. If I ain't sleep, something going on. Something wrong.
Something wrong.
Yeah, you know what I'm
If
saying?
I ain't asleep, I'm dead.
7 o'clock, I better be sleeping until 5:30 the next morning. You know what I mean? So like, I think that he's just one of them. He's just old. We can tell that he's not in the best physical condition. Trump's in a better physical condition than he is. He pointed out when he said he took the test, the cognitive test, passed it with flying colors.
Best they've ever seen. It's like, god damn, this fucking guy. He is the most embellishing, arrogant motherfucker in the world, I swear.
But what if he's not lying? Like, what if he says, like, what if he was in there and somebody was
Maybe
like, yo,
that-
this is literally the best test, cognitive test I've ever seen. And then the next person's like, I've definitely seen better. And he's like, I'm not running with that one. I'm running with
going
what this
with
guy
this guy.
said. You know what I mean? This guy's making
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. I
Got
heard
a
it.
winner.
But Trump's in a better condition than him. You know what I'm saying? Health-wise. I think Biden just being out there hurting himself. I think people hate him so much, even with his own party. People hate him so much that it's like something has to change. But are we willing to allow Trump to win? Because people hate him a lot too.
Yeah, a lot of people hate him a lot.
But a lot of people like him on both parties. A lot of people, they don't. The politics behind it is crazy. Because one thing we can't admit, motherfuckers, Trump put a lot of fucking money in the streets for a lot of people. Like, whether you say it's him, his policies, his fucking, his cabinet, whatever. Gas was cheaper. Granted, the economy was, or the stimuluses and all that type of shit, the money was coming out.
We gotta think between 2017 and 2020 before COVID hit, like how the economy was pretty damn good. Unemployment was low, inflation was low, groceries, CPI was low, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
compared to now,
Of
course it could always be better, but there's no doubt that the last couple of years they've been fucking rough. I don't know how many videos I've watched of people being like, so I found a receipt of an order back in 2020, and I reordered the same exact order, and instead of $150, it's $380.
Okay, let me ask you guys a question, since I'll jump in on the politics with you guys. So you guys don't believe in, like I've heard presidents say it before, like when they get in the first 4 years, you won't see effect of their policies until the next 4 years. So like they're not coming in and changing stuff immediately. They're coming in and making policies, and they go into effect, and then you start seeing them from years out.
I think that works with
in state, to me, I'm thinking more state wise. Like when you come presidential wise,
You think you see change? You think presidents go in there and they say stuff and change happens immediately?
I wouldn't say immediately, but
absolutely
they have
So okay.
they have power to invoke change at a rapid,
What was it?
faster level because I have a lot more influence behind me.
Day one, Biden ended the Keystone Pipeline. Did that immediately, like no
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
fans or buts. So there are certain things that they can do, but like
and we seen the effect
taxes
immediately.
and
certain things.
So
Yeah,
we shut down the Keystone. Like the next day, we seen it immediately.
yeah, certain
We've
things.
seen it within absolutely, because
Okay.
people didn't get the jobs and then contracts fell through and all that type of stuff. And that was an immediate because he signed it into as an executive order day one in office.
But
along with a bunch of other things that, like, he reversed some of Trump's immigration policies. That started immediately.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what it is. But there are definitely cases like, taxes. Usually those are going to take years to take into effect. Healthcare, major changes like that, you're absolutely right. But some of these smaller changes, Biden pretty much, the Supreme Court said, hey, you're not allowed to pay the student loans. Like, that goes against the Constitution. And so Biden said, fuck you, I'm going to do it anyways. And he did. And I think it fucking sucks because I think it's ridiculous. Either you make it free for everyone and no one pays, or you let people pay for their own fucking loans that they signed up for, because that's what we do. No one pays my house because I'm upset about paying it. But either way, even if you pay all the loans that are due right now, in 5 years, we're just going to be in the same exact boat. So what's the point?
Yeah.
You're just going to have a whole new group of people that have bills that they need paid. So what's the point in shoveling out hundreds of millions of dollars to pay people's tuition when in 5-10 years we're going to be in the same spot?
Yeah. I mean, the whole, like, what King Daniel was saying, like, implementing some of these plans, like, a lot of their processes, I think a lot of the presidential processes come from executable plans, but it does take time. And a lot of that thing is because you're trying to, I wouldn't say sneak, but you're trying to get other things passed along with, so like that bill that the draft, you got to get drafted and stuff like that. Like, everybody's, oh my God, this draft's going to go. First of all, a lot of people don't even.
That's already been like the law. It's really no different.
You got to read into the bill to even understand, and a lot of people don't do that. Like, again, I'm one of those people that I wouldn't read into a lot of stuff, but I have to when you start realizing and understanding that some of these antics, shenanigans, some of these bills have underlining things that, hey man, if we pass this bill, did you not read page 137 at the bottom? You didn't read that? Oh, maybe you should read that. Now to let you know why we're not passing this, or why we will pass this, or whatever the case. So I think a lot of those things be time over time process, because you're fighting against a whole nother side too. I want to change this. I think this is the best thing for us and Americans, or us in our state, or whatever. And
like
to implement this plan, it's gonna take time, because you have to get these people to everything aligned to where yes, no, damn it, yes.
Even
yes,
Biden's inflation, or not inflation thing.
Damn.
His
you trying to say he inflated us on purpose?
I don't think he did it on purpose, but I think between Trump and Biden and the amount of money that they threw out and spent, of course you're going to have inflation. And Trump's responsible for some of it. But then again, so I blame a lot of it on COVID, because both presidents were responding to COVID. But the problem is then you have the Build Back Better, whatever that bill was, the infrastructure bill and things like that, which are needed. We definitely need to update our infrastructure, no doubt about it. But at the same time, when you spend all that trillions of dollars over like the course of 2 years, a year and a half, you're going to have a lot of inflation afterwards, and it's going to take a while. So, like, inflation isn't 100% on Biden. I think there are things that he could do better that would help with inflation. But, Trump had a hand in it as well. COVID, I think, has more blame than anyone, because of the stimulus. The amount of money that we spent on stimulus which were needed. I think a lot of that got misspent, and got a lot of people that had made hundreds of $1,000s a year that were still getting all these benefits. But that's neither here nor there.
So, in the debate, one part that stuck out to me was when Trump said that Ukraine-Russia war would have never happened if he was a president. If he was acting president, it would never happen. We're so close to World War III because of Biden. As an American, as a citizen, in my field of work, war is great. That's how we get paid. Like, that's when it's, we can pay you. We can pay
Extra
you more.
double time,
In fact, all that shit, because now you might need a lot. need to utilize us at a higher level because of what's going on. So for a working guy, okay, that's cool. I can, because I understand the money comes with it. The opportunities and the money come with it, especially for Americans when ramping up factories, sending shit more,
training, troops,
yeah,
all
you
that
know what I'm
stuff,
saying,
yeah.
all that type of stuff. But as an American, you don't want war. As a citizen, you don't want war. War is not good, right? Well, in theory, you don't want war.
Hopefully.
I mean, there's some people that probably do, but
Hey, some people wasn't mad at the Gaza thing incident. Some people wasn't mad at that. So
yeah, I mean, but yeah. I'm okay. We don't know. We as Americans, we don't know war like Iraq, Afghanistan, Russia, Ukraine,
Right here in our face.
Yeah, we don't know that type of war.
Thankfully.
You can go to cities that are depleted and fucked up, war like torn up, crime ridden, but we don't know a bomb.
This is my house. It's like,
No,
God
this
damn.
was where
It's
my
just a
house
pile
was
of
at.
rubble.
And
Yeah.
every rubble. In fact, our whole street, it was skyscrapers, all, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know that. So that type of war is what I think. Like World War III, I don't personally think that anybody's ever gonna make it to our soil to start ruckus like that. Like, it's never gonna, because we're armed too. Our citizens are armed. Because there'll be a time, if you're gonna make it here, I'm pretty sure America's gonna say, hey, y'all got them guns, y'all better defend yourself.
Buckle up for a wild ride.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And there's people right now, guaranteed, there's people right now, if you told them Mexico is gearing up to come across the border to start some shit as a war, there's motherfuckers that ain't been in the military in years, in the military currently, don't want to be in the military, that is going to go down there and with all they shit and let it ride on anybody. This is America. You're not like whatever. So you think that people?
It's one thing America does really well is in times of need, like we fucking unite together really well. It's like it's in our name or something.
Americans. No, but ultimately he said that Biden is going to be the reason that World War III. Other countries don't respect him. The other leaders don't respect him. That's why Putin did what he did. And he also said that Putin told him that was a dream of his. Like, that's one of his goals is to take Ukraine back. Like, he's supposed to, that's his shit. Me and King Daniel talked about this. I don't know if it was on podcast or not,
So.
but we was like, man, that seems like a death wish. Like, not a death wish, but like a, hey, man, I'm about to die anyways. Hey, fuck it, let's go for it. I want to see it done before I die.
They've been saying he's been hiding illness possible.
Yeah, I mean,
Who
they've been
knows?
saying that since the fucking war started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he could be. He couldn't be. He could be. Some bitch is rich as hell.
So
he's going to have the highest, best quality of medicine or whatever.
right.
But ultimately, his decisions that he make as a president or whatever,
he
dictator.
rightfully feels that that's their land.
Yeah.
The same way they feel about Gaza Strip and all that stuff. People feel like this is rightfully ours.
Yeah. So
And when
as
I come to get it back, like China and Taiwan type stuff.
But as a president, do you think that Putin did that because of the Biden was seated, or he wouldn't have did it because Trump was seated? Because to me, if it's a goal, if it's a dream, regardless if we friends or not, I'm gonna do it.
I think that.
Because he made it seem like
And
if
I'ma
I was
say
there,
this,
it wouldn't
and I
happen.
gotta step out, but y'all can talk about it at that point. I'll finish when I get back. But I believe that if Trump was still in there, based on his policies and stuff, Trump would have minded his own business, and I think Ukraine would have been taken already. Trump is very keen on minding his business. He would have came out and said,
Yeah,
we're
he's a
sending
nationalist.
yeah, we're not going to send them no money. That's their war. We're not going to fight. This is my opinion on it. We're not going to fight some other country's war. I don't care if we're signed up in some group to protect each other. That's their war. We're staying out of it.
Yeah.
And I think Biden's the exact opposite. And it's like, I'm going to honor whatever. Even if they're not in NATO, but that's a place that we want. You know, it's a recruiting trip. I think that he's down with the program, and Trump would have just been like you said, nationalist or whatever you want to call it. But he'd have been like, "That's their war. I ain't messing with it."
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, Biden definitely doesn't come across as like a super strong leader or anything like that. But
So you think Russia was invading?
No,
Regardless, or you don't think they were invading?
it's hard to say.
If I just think about if I say we're friends and I tell you I'm going to roll these dice, I'm going to do it, bro. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna do it. That's my goal in life is to roll these dice, bro.
See, no,
when you get up and leave, I can do it. If you're here, you're like, nah, don't do it. You think that you're, but we're friends. You know what I'm saying? Like we're friends. You're gonna let me roll these dice, bro. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do it. We're homies. You're gonna turn your back and let me roll these dice, or you're gonna stop me from rolling these dice. Like that's the part that's crazy to me. That's like asinine for him to even say. Like, oh, they wouldn't have invaded if I was president. Why? If he wants to do it anyways, why would he stop it because you're president?
Because he feels like he has a more. I guess he would fear him more, or his response to it more than he would fear like Biden. Like he doesn't really feel like Biden's going to really do much of anything. That's the argument that Trump's making.
Anything to who? To Russia?
To Russia, yeah.
Because
you're saying we're friends. I wouldn't say that they're friends.
Trump and Putin?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't.
Who you call
them
them? Associates?
World leaders that have.
He said he has a good relationship with him.
Yeah, as in like he doesn't.
That's a friend.
I don't think that's what he means though.
Yeah, this is what he means.
What? So what else it is?
So what? You think Trump and Putin like have like phone calls on weekends and stuff like that where they just talk shit to each other?
I think they have. Hell yeah, I think they have.
Maybe. I'm not saying it's impossible. I highly doubt that.
I don't think it's all business.
No, of course not. I don't. But it's not. It's that's. I'm not gonna say that's a fact. But that's been proven that everything they
with all the stuff they're throwing at Trump, if there was some stuff there, I think they would have found it.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think
that's not a bad thing for. I mean, there's political leaders who are friends. That's not a bad thing. But the issue comes in to where is your friendship deterring you from making a harsh decision?
Right.
Like now, are you getting hustled?
I would say I don't think that Putin and Trump became friends after he became a political figure. I think their friendship was before. Mm-hmm. And the fact that I'm able to get here now, like now, I can't deal with you the same way I dealt with you before. We can't do everything together. I can't just fly out there and be kicking it or what. Like I can't do everything.
So okay. So this is all new to me because I'll be honest. I didn't know that or think that they had known each other prior. Maybe they did. I don't know. But
he had
if they did right and that they have this relationship, then it would definitely go to Trump's way that if he was president, there's a good chance that Putin wouldn't have attacked because.
What?
Trump would have told him not to.
No, Putin.
Trump would have been like, "Yo,
Putin,
we're homies.
honestly, but
don't fucking attack."
Putin believes that that's his lane. He don't care what anybody else says. He said, "This is part of Russia. We're going to get our stuff back."
And that's what he said.
Well,
so for
don't
me,
care what anybody
they feel like
says.
Ukraine is
so.
From
If your friend is telling you that,
that's
like, hey, I left some stuff over here. That's mine. I'm gonna go get it. You gonna stop him? You gonna stay out of it?
I don't know.
That's why for me, when Trump said that, I didn't even think about it the way he said it. As for, I'm just now I have if Putin attacks while I'm president, I could just, hey man, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yep. Hey,
and I know he's gonna do it, and I know he's gonna take it.
Yep.
So he's gonna
here
do
to
what
keep
he wants.
this land safe. They're not part of this. They're not anything. We don't have anything affiliated to do with them. They ain't none of our business.
If he encroach on some shit that he shouldn't encroach on, A phone call will be made. He will be talked to, and it's gonna be that simple. You know what I'm saying? But we're friends, so he can go get what he wants.
Yeah,
But don't go get more. Don't do too much.
Yeah, we're not
you
giving
gonna tie my hands.
Yeah, we're not giving you Alaska.
You know what I mean? But that's where, in my mind, it's like I never thought about it that way. I just thought about it in the light of if you've already said this man told you that he's going to get to Ukraine. That's what he wants to do. That's like one of his dreams. If he's already told you this, what makes you think that you being in office is gonna stop him from doing it? I mean, you would assume that his respect level for you would pause his movement. Hey, man, we got to wait 4 years, guys. Come up with some better plans, do some different shit.
So then why did they wait, right? Because they attacked Crimea back in, 2012, 13, 11, sometime when Obama was president.
When they tried the coup.
No, I guess, I don't know, but they took Crimea.
And everybody was like, we shouldn't get Hillary Clinton there because she gonna regulate. Right? And then Trump got it. A lot of the band was, if Clinton gets presidency, we're going to war with Russia, this, and this. So now you got 4 years to do what you need to do. Either build up your army, and this is just hypothetical. I don't get into politics like that, but just outside looking in, it's just theories we're throwing out. Hey, now you got 4 years. I'm in here now, big dog. I ain't worried about what you do. I'm not watching what you build up over here.
Yeah.
I'm not watching none of that. Build you more tanks. Move your oil from here to there. I don't care. Do what you do.
Yeah.
So now I got 4 years knowing that my biggest enemy or hater or whatever, the other world power is not going to try to stop me from doing what I'm doing. For the next 4 years, I got free play. Now I'm building up.
Which is
the only other thing.
Again, these are hypothetical.
Yeah, these are.
But this shit could be real.
Could be.
What you're saying literally could be exactly the plan, and that's what I do think that Trump has a heavier presence in the world when it comes down to running shit. Like okay, we can't fuck around. They gonna fuck us up. I think Biden. People do feel like he's laxed. I think that way. Your personality as a leader, I think.
That thing with the Taliban that we watched earlier, where Trump was like, if you fuck us over, like if any Americans get hurt, I'll kill you.
Yes.
And then,
talking about one thing and one thing only.
That's something that Biden wouldn't, in my opinion, I don't think Biden would ever say.
Yeah, I don't think
he would never tell a Taliban leader to their face, like, I'll kill you, and then show them a picture of their house to confirm, like, I ain't fucking around. Biden ain't doing that shit.
He'll say something like, I think we'll kill you. And then show
Let me propose a different question. Let me propose a different question.
Way.
Let's say, what's more likely to happen? If we had a chance to take out, I hate doing this because I don't get the message up, but let's say we had a chance to take out a prominent figure in, we'll go Putin. Let's say that they had a chance, conflict got so bad, they had a chance to, hey, we have a green light right now. We can take out Putin because he's causing so much of an issue around the world that he needs to go. Who do you think would say yes first?
Biden. I mean, it'd take him a long time because he stuttered. Was so stupid. He might be wandering off in the cornfield, but
that's beyond.
But no, but on some real shit, I think that Biden would say yes off the rip. I think Trump. It would take people, not his people, but I think it would take the masses to have. Oh man, you're on a fucking negative percentage.
Neither one of them is killing them.
So we can.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, we put it in the situation to where he
if we're talking about a situation, but
I'm saying if you have a perfect opportunity,
fuck Putin. We're just saying a world leader because I understand what you're saying. I agree with you on that one.
That's why I didn't want to use his name.
I don't think either one of them would in real life would do anything to Putin.
Okay, let's say
just a world leader, just somebody fucking.
Let's say Trump had the same relationship.
Didn't die.
Let's say Trump had the same relationship with Osama bin Laden that he has with Putin. Do you think he would have, or he said no, we're good?
I think in that sense, I think Putin. I think Trump would smack the shit out of everybody. I think he would double cross so many, and it's not even on no double crossing shit. I just think he wouldn't bat an eye. You do anything.
So that means that means that you feel you'll take out Putin too. I put Osama bin Laden on the same. Like all we're doing is changing the name.
That name holds so
I'm
much.
Changing.
Though. That's what I say. Like the name change. Yes, I think.
Okay,
he's
let's say
smacking him
Obama.
out.
Yeah, let's say Osama bin Laden was instead of Putin. Osama bin Laden was the guy doing the exact same thing in Russia that Putin's doing. And Trump had the same relationship.
I think he's killing. Well, I don't think he's killing the leader of
Russia.
one of the few countries that kind of is a threat. And the only reason that honestly there's because they have nuclear.
So you think if Putin, well, let's phrase it different. Let's say Putin was just the leader of the Taliban. You think Trump would take him out, or you think he'd smack him out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, see, then that's different because now you have the weight of being the leader of the Taliban, so you automatically know they're bad. A lot of people don't understand the evil that
Russia has.
That Putin has done and stuff like that. And
Motherfucker's been president for over 20-something years, bro.
I don't think I don't think they're like close friends. But it's I don't know.
I don't mean close friends like us. I just mean like
right.
they're associates for sure.
And then the other thing is like Russia did have a lot of sanctions from Trump, pretty much the whole 4 years. At one point, like he was fucking crippling their economy. So it's I don't feel like there's as much love there as
I think
some people
Trump
think.
is boss enough, and I mean this not in that type of like he's a boss motherfucker. I think Trump is boss enough to understand that protocol, regulations, and things set mean more than the person that's supposed to be doing them. So if you get out of line with these regulations, I'm going to spank you. I don't care if you're my friend or not. Now the killing part, I'm not really sure. So when it comes down to putting sanctions on Russia, I think some of that shit is like, y'all shouldn't be doing this anyways, and I'm gonna stop it. You know what I'm saying? Is it gonna hurt Putin? Nah.
The shit.
Putin rich as fuck, man.
Well, it affects their economy. So
It affects their economy,
Russia,
yeah. But Putin
dead.
himself, like, see, that's the thing
You're
about
right.
Russia. Russia is, I can say almost like America, but Russia is not a third world country. But you
Right.
can go to some places in Russia, and it's a third world country. Their gap in between median, like, or you're rich and poor, is like massive.
Yeah.
In Russia, you're either poor as fuck or you're rich. The people that's in between are in the black. They're drug dealers, running fucking sex trafficking rings.
Every one
whatever.
of them.
I'm not, you know what I mean? But for the most part, if you look at the
Sound like
statistics,
Trump. They're sending us their rapists.
but that gap is major. So any sanctions put on there, you're not affecting Putin as a person. Putin himself, he's been president for 20-something. That shit
Right.
is mind numbing. When you think about this dude, bro, he's been in the same spot for
Long enough to retire.
bro, insane, and nobody's like, oh, that's a problem. The same guy,
Oh, there's some, but they just don't.
they die.
Yeah, I was about to
You're
say, they
in
either
Russia and you
die
got
or
a
they
problem
don't say
against
nothing.
him, you're dead. You run against him, bro. He will kill you. Nobody finds that crazy. Nobody. No other country's like, damn, that's crazy. This guy's been in power for 20 plus years. The same guy.
Yep.
That's not a robot. Nope, they're not reproducing this dude. The same guy. And then when you go back and check his, like, who he was before, like, hold on, brother. Like, what? So for me, when you say Putin, that name rings bells. So it's like, would you kill somebody that had that much power? You don't really know where his power lies. He has alliances with countries that don't fuck with us.
Well, the thing that ultimately worries me is he still has people underneath him who support him who are going to take his spot, and then they're going to figure out who did it probably pretty quickly. And my worry is that they respond with nuclear, which is why I would never kill him. That's the main reason that I would be like, nah, I don't think they'd do it, because of the possible response.
Kickback, yeah.
You know, because he's already talking about I think it's bluffing, and I hope he is, but he was talking about he has a way to basically have a nuclear war, a strategic nuclear war that guarantees Russia's survival. And I'm like, I don't know how that works, but interesting.
Analysts, and for you to even say that it's not real.
It's probably an attempt to try and fucking. The only thing I could think of is somehow you fry every single one of our missile launching sites, including all the submarines and aircraft carriers and blah blah blah, and then you nuke us, and we just can't respond. That'd be the only way. But the possibility of that happening is just.
I mean, they are definitely known, bro. They are definitely known to have some of the best hackers in the world.
I'm saying, but everybody has a plan to get punched in the face, like.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, but you're not gonna. If I have that ultimate plan, I'm not gonna come out and say anything.
Right.
I'm not gonna say, "Hey, man, I got a plan."
Just so y'all know.
Yeah. Like, hey, y'all better chill out. No, I'm talking shit. Okay, cool. But in reality, like, I don't think that we are going to live to see a nuclear war where we're sitting here and it's like, hey man, we got 38 minutes till this. We can't do nothing. You know what I mean? Like I don't think we'll live
far
to see
enough
that.
Away. I hope so.
And I think that Russia. I think World War III is inevitable, regardless of who's president. I don't think that everything Trump said was like bashing.
Who's World War III? Who's all in?
Russia, China, Iran, us.
Really? You think China's gonna link up with Russia?
No, them are just our options.
Oh,
yeah, them are our options. I really, honestly, I don't foresee a World War III happening. Personally, I think it takes us putting boots on the wrong place. Like the wrong decision. Somebody's gonna say, "Hey man, let's go put boots here," and then somebody's gonna say, "I knew it."
These motherfuckers.
Got him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see it happening that way. I don't see it because you're playing with people that you don't really know. Like we know Kim Jong-un. Yeah, he's around. He's a guy. We know Putin.
He's a round guy.
He's a round guy. Yeah, he's around. But
likes to ride horses without shirts on.
Iran, I forget their dude's name, but you don't know if they'll shoot some shit. So all we can do is make sure we're always prepared just in case they do, and have a countermeasure to ensure we can tax back. Like we can punch you, talk shit, we're gonna punch you in your mouth, right? But you don't really know. Putin talk shit, he might do it.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens if Trump does win, what he's going to do about all these attacks from Hezbollah. You know, they've been attacking all these boats, including our boats and shit like that. So it'd just be interesting to see if Trump handles it any different than Biden, or if he kind of does the same thing and just lays it off.
No, I don't. Well, Obama was a terrorist killing motherfucker. Obama killed some terrorists. He was killing people, pirates and shit.
Knocking boys down.
Yeah. I don't know.
Drone master.
I don't know if
killed lots of families, but that's neither here nor there. Hey, that's collateral. It happens, man. It sucks.
Don't say it like that.
But it's true.
Yeah, it's collateral.
It's true. Every
you
president,
said it like it was a bad stat on his record.
Every president. Well, a lot of people have a problem because it was the drones, and so they said that they used inappropriate bombs, which apparently
send our soldiers.
Which apparently is
what is it?
Obama's direct fault because he's the one who loaded the plane with the bomb and chose which one.
I mean, he's definitely aware of certain things, but
yeah, my thing is, I think he ordered strikes, and then that was pretty much about it.
Yeah,
you know, he's not sitting there like, I'm sure he. Never mind, it doesn't matter. We're not.
I mean, sometimes he's in a room watching the TV.
He ordered him, or
and he said yes, go yes
through a.
I mean, he's not a bad guy.
I'm just
No,
saying
I
the
don't
president's
think
not
he's
not
out-
sitting in
no.
a room saying let's get him. They have a team, an agency that's their job.
Yeah.
They list who's the top wanted, and he's brought the information and he's given a yes or no with guidance from them.
Right.
Hell yeah.
So when people say, "Oh, it's Obama doing," no.
I mean,
Right.
ultimately, they're saying that because he's the guy that says yes or no.
Right.
I can advise you all day, hey man, don't sit there, don't do that, don't do this. But when you do it, the TV's gonna see, oh, King Dano did that. King Dano did. That's what they're gonna see. They don't know me and Corey been advising you the whole time. That's all they're gonna see. So people are gonna run with that because
That's
he's
what
the
I'm saying.
figure,
So
the
it's
head
people
figure.
not knowing what they're talking about.
I think
jumping
it's
in
the
on
head
shit.
figure. You got somebody to blame. You got somebody to fault, and a lot of people fault him for things. You know what I'm saying? But just like you're saying with the Hezbollah situation, is he gonna come in and rectify it, or is he gonna come in and be lax about it? You know what I mean? Like those type of situations, those type of things is going on. I honestly feel like it's bigger than just that man. Like he can't. I ain't got enough time in the day to sit around. I got other shit going on to be watching every single thing. So I do have advisors, and sometimes
Right.
my advisors is gonna make these decisions for me. But I don't feel like he's. I don't feel like that's gonna be his initial thing to get in office if he does win office. I don't think that. I think Trump is so selfish when he says "Make America Great." I think that's what he wants to do. What his great is, I don't know, but I think that's his only objective. That's it.
I just hope it's better than the last 4 years.
Well, I mean, according to him, it's gonna be.
Well, of course.
You know what I mean?
According to him, a lot of things are going to go perfectly. He's going to get Russia to
Stop.
quit the war before he even gets in office.
Yeah.
Because I'll have the war.
So what
ended
happens
before I
if
even
he?
get
What happens if he
inaugurated.
does do that?
That'd be nuts.
What happens if he doesn't do that?
That'd be expected. I don't
So it's a
believe that.
win-win for this motherfucker, regardless.
Yeah.
He can
Well,
sit there and lie to you and say, "I'm gonna get this done."
I think most people at this point kind of know, unfortunately, when to. All right, he's embellishing. All right, he's saying he's going to do it soon, because it's hard. You can't take Trump word for word because
But you
he
have
never
to.
fucking means that.
But you have to. That's what he's saying. He's saying these words. These words are not. Words are words for a reason. Like the
I
reason I
understand,
said
yeah.
reason is because it means something. And I didn't say words are words for a juice, because that don't make sense. That word means something. Everything means something. So you sitting in front of the American people saying, "This is what's gonna happen. This is what I'm gonna do." Why the fuck wouldn't I believe you? Like, you didn't say I was joking. You didn't. I don't know. I'm just bullshit. You said you're gonna do this, so do it. Cause you said you was gonna do it, and that's where we as American people be fucked up. Cause we don't hold people accountable for what they do, what they say they're going to do, especially presidents. Motherfuckers say, lie to your ass all day, get in presidency and don't do shit at all.
Yeah, like I said, it's
That's why
almost like expected.
That's what I'm saying. So like, it's a win-win. I can just say whatever, get the votes, fuck it off, and it don't matter. It don't. What you gonna
Right.
do? What
You
you gonna do?
unvote me?
And if he wins, he'd be the first president with felonies? That's wild.
Until they get dropped. They're gonna get dropped. This is
Why?
gonna go to an appeals court. There's literally so many issues with that case. Like, you have a state DA who doesn't have the ability to do this. You have charges.
Wait, what the fuck? What do you mean doesn't have the ability?
He's bringing along federal charges. He doesn't have the ability to do that, but they did. They tried to find like this whole way to read the law that's like a whole different interpretation that no one's accepted. So as soon as they get out of DC, where like 96% of the people voted against Trump, I'm sure they're going to get to an appellate court where it's going to be a little bit more reasonable, and people are going to be like, "Yo, first of all,
So you don't think nothing's sticking?
statute of limitations already out on 3 misdemeanors is what they're supposed to be. Statute of limitations expired a long time ago, so it right there, it's already out. You know what I'm saying? And then you got on top of that like conflict of interest where the judge, his daughter, works for the Democratic Party fundraising money. That's not a conflict of interest, like, at all. He wasn't randomly selected like usual. They have like 12 and they pick from that. No, he was hand selected.
How you know that?
Because it's what do you mean? They report on it. like it's in the news. Like I don't know. I read about it.
I'm just fucking with you. No,
But there's so many issues with that case. I'm telling you right now. I can guarantee you that once it goes to appeals court, it'll get taken out. Now his other cases are a little different, but this one, this is the one case where I was like, all right, so they really are just trying to get.
Yeah, they're just trying to get him. He's in a position where he's pissed off a lot of people, and a lot of people seeing through with what they wanted to see through. What they wanted to execute some plans on that motherfucker. And they doing it.
Yeah, because I mean, what he did wasn't illegal. The whole paying people off, it's not illegal.
It definitely isn't.
It's wrong. It's morally wrong, which is why I don't necessarily like Trump, because shit like that's wrong. But
when you got money, that's what you do, though.
Yeah,
you pay people to shut up.
That's true.
You just, I don't know. I ain't never had a shitload of money like that, so I don't know what really comes with that. Just imagine this: you go somewhere and anything you want, you can get it. Anything. You ever been somewhere like that?
No.
Like you went out to a place.
I've been to a dollar store and still ain't felt like that. What you talking about? Everything's 99 cents here. Still ain't felt like it.
You want 3 of them?
Yeah, my kids are like, "Can I get this?" I'm like, "Damn, I was trying to get something."
He literally went to a buffet before.
See?
That's true. No, buffets get expensive when you don't eat a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I get a buffet for all 3 of the kids?
More politics, probably.
Yeah, it definitely was. I don't forget where I was going with
China. No.
Fucking. But yeah, man. Ultimately, who you think's gonna win, Trump or Biden?
I gotta say, it's looking like Trump's gonna win it this time. And I just hope that, like I said, I don't think he's anything amazing, but I just hope it's better than the last couple of years, because price has been crazy.
Gas go down, groceries go down, kick some stimuluses out there for the humans.
I doubt that'll happen.
Of course. I mean, that's just you got
no stimuli for us.
Hell yeah, if they get that goddamn, we get Wuhan involved again.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Go ahead and run them numbers up.
Well, yeah, and that's a whole nother thing with a bunch of people that should have been should have trials. Fauci among them.
Jesus.
Yeah, man,
He's
the people were
man.
complicit of that shit. They knew all about that shit. Lied to us for years or for months.
How much money do you think he made?
I have no idea, but I'm
of course,
sure.
I'm just saying, like you think
I'm sure he made a lot of money, just like half of the other politicians who bought out stocks right before they passed bills, and then
Nancy Pelosi.
Oh my god, that shit irritates the hell out of me.
Ooh.
They can do all that type of shit.
That's why that dude came in there and beat that guy up. Ooh.
Ooh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nancy Pelosi's husband?
Oh,
the gay
yeah.
lover quarrel?
That shit was crazy.
Ooh.
That whole thing
Ooh.
is still weird. I still wonder what actually happened.
That dude, whoever that guy was, he fucked him up for real.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like a planned out, like, oh, just punch me in my gut a little bit. No, he fucked him up. He went too far.
That hammer wasn't no joke.
Yeah, he went too far.
I thought it was the rubber mallet.
And he was sitting there, open the door, just like, hold.
That's so weird, like, how slow motion it was.
He's an old guy.
And I'm just like, officer, stop this. And he's just like, sir, please stop hitting him. I'm like, yo, get your ass in there. Like,
he's like, nah, man. He was thinking what everybody else thinks.
He's got to defend him. I don't help people who don't help themselves.
You got to be the leader of your own rescue. That's what it is, man. But you said Trump. I said Trump.
I'm down on politics talk. We have about an hour 30 on that politics talk. I'm good.
Well, you got anything before we get out of here?
Just one more politics. No, I'm just fucking with you. Nah, man. Enjoying the summer. Looking forward to football season, bringing back the podcast and maybe something else. And
hell yeah.
Yeah, we could have spent some time on football season. NBA free agency. But no, I'm excited for it. I'm with you.
We'll have to talk about the next one though.
Yeah. Got anything?
Fantasy football season's about to.
Fuck that. I'm prize pick down. That's all I'm going for. Prize picks. Hey, shouts out to Prize Picks. They ain't sponsor shit. Hey man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all watching. T Broski. Hey man, appreciate Corey for coming too. Appreciate everything. T Broski, King Dano, BrosTalk, we're out here.
Another session with the bros talk, where the beer's ice cold. Bros talk.